And a good evening to you as the gates of the Darlington Speedway have been opened and the fans have arrived for their Monday Night Racing. Welcome to Chapter 11 of the Front Row Esports Truck Series Championship in 2022. It's 85 laps tonight at the Lady in Black, the Darlington Speedway. The track is 1.3 miles in length with 25 degrees of banking in turns 1 and 2, and 23 degrees of banking in turns 3 and 4. Fuel range is approximately 35 to 40 laps, and it is a nice, cool evening here at the Darlington Speedway. Here's a look at your starting lineup for tonight's event. On the pole, Rachel Hunt with a 29.48. Steven Isham will be outside front row. Blake Mosley, your point leader in third place. Rob Raider in fourth place. Chris Spencer in fifth place. Randy Brashears sixth. Nick Alves in 7th, Kevin Orlando Jr. in 8th, Daryl Johnson in 9th, Mark Miller rounds out your top 10. Kane Lee is in 11th, Charles Giffen 12th, Shane Chastain in 13th, Ron Miller 14th, Derek Wynn 15th, Eli Raposa 16th, Josh Beaver in 17th, Zach Holloway in the 18th position. Moving on back to the field, Brad Smith is in 19th, Adam Thompson rounds out your top 20, and your non-points drivers not qualifying or hit the fence a little bit too many times in qualifying: Travis Gilbert, Tom Friedis, J.R. Schomburg, Tyler Clemis, Fabricio Lamana. Drivers are gridding. We should be rolling here in just a few seconds. Pace trucks lined up, cars are on the track, fans are in the stands. Let's go ahead and get this race rolling. In race reporter tonight is the driver the number 18, Quarter Beaver. Quarter, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
What are you expecting to see tonight in this number 18 machine starting back in 18th position?
Mayhem. Full mayhem. No, I'm kidding, man. Hopefully we got some good clean racing. I mean, everybody's going to get their stripe, I'm pretty sure, at one point or another. It seems like everybody seems to get it. Hopefully we get it later in the race. I'm going to hang in the back, be cautious, and take my time.
Yeah, just try to keep the truck clean. You know, attrition is definitely going to be a factor here. But if we can keep the cars in one piece, try to keep them pointing in the same direction. Watch out for that car in front of you that hits the fence, because if they hit the fence, they're going to slow down really quickly, and you do not want to be the first one there. So
No, you definitely got to be on your toes tonight at this track. There's not much give and take.
One very quick pace lap, and the pace truck's already off. And the field is in the hands of Rachel Hunt and our starter, Bernie, holding the green flag high and proud in the air. And here we go. Green flag, green flag, green flag. Looks like a good start. Number 5, Steven Isham, 16, Rachel Hunt, going to go too wide. They're not going to take the message of being patient here at the beginning. They're both going to try to take advantage. Rachel with the slight advantage. She's going to clear Steven off at 2. She's going to have the lead. Robert Raider not being very patient either. He's going to look to the inside. He's actually going to turn Steven Isham all the way down to turn 3. That didn't go very well. Oh, and makes contact with Isham again. Well, so much of that patience, and he stops right in the racing line. Probably just gassed it up on accident. Looks like we got more chaos in somewhere in the middle of the front straightaway. Cars 2, 3 wide trying to make room for each other. So, not really that much of that patient start. Looks like the Barney saw number 5 machine do his little thing, said, you know what, we're going to stay green. Too bad. Get your car pointing in the right direction. Let's go. 85 laps here at the Darlington Speedway. You might think this is a green-white checker. We already got cars with damage everywhere. Now front of the pack kind of settles in, so we'll keep the camera focused right here on the mid-pack as we have cars sideways making contact with each other. They all manage to keep it straight. Maybe not. Another car in the fence hits the fence again. Not sure who that machine is. Maybe the 333 Zach Holloway, maybe? No, it's the machine behind him, Ron Miller, with looks like left side and right side damage. That didn't take long. Oh, we got Darlington stripes galore on this beginning of this Front Row Esports Truck Series race. That was kind of wild. And more cars in the fence in the back. Who hit the fence that time?
That
Looks
was
like
the 08.
Yeah, 08 Brad Smith hits the fence. Gets himself a little bit more than a Darlington stripe. Meanwhile, checking up back up in the front of the field, Rachel Hunt has the lead. Blake Mosley, your point leader, hanging out right there in second place. You know, hunting down the number 16 machine. Randy Bashir's also doing very well this season. Is in third place right now, getting right out high, wide, and handsome up into that fence. Right up to it, but not touching it. That's how you want to keep the car right now. You know, we kind of the Darlington stripe's kind of a badge of honor, but you know, on lap 5, you know, maybe a little bit too early. Kel Butler, heard you chime in. How's your night going?
No, not too bad.
And I think you are
I'm
running
sick
race
here.
control tonight, right?
Just running race control and keeping an eye on everybody.
Yeah, it looks like the front of the field kind of getting settled in. A lot of fastest laps just got turned right there. Pretty much all the way from 10th all the way back to 20th. All of them just turned their fastest laps of the race right there as the tires go ahead, get warmed up. Field gets a little bit spread out. And kind of taking a look through the back, we got a good battle coming here to the start-finish line between Charles Giffen and I believe Jaros Schomburg as they dive it into turn 1. Neither truck gives room, and Giffen makes contact with somebody, gets himself a little out of shape. Looks like he got the worst of that, but he keeps the truck pointed straight. A little bit of damage. I think he was around Schomburg or Zach or one of them. Not entirely sure which driver he made contact with, but keeps the truck pointing in the right direction, kind of looking at the scoreboard, kind of seeing what else is going on. Adam Thompson here in the throwback Square D Bobby Hamilton machine. That's a nice little tribute right there. It is throwback weekend in the Real Life Cup Series, so we threw a few of those throwbacks there. But not too many throwbacks in the field tonight. Kind of just briefly going to run through the field while we have a moment. Actually, we got more battles on the track as the Square D machine makes another move on the 333 Zach Holloway. Adam Thompson's already up 8 spots. Jared Schomburg's up 13 spots already. Rob Rader unfortunately going the wrong direction. He's back 16. Steven Easham's back 21st, but Steven Easham right now has your race's fastest lap right now. Got involved in that lap 1 incident with I don't remember who he got involved with, but there was that incident. But checking through the rest of the field, good battles right here, kind of showing up between Schomburg, Shane Chastain, and the number 87. Looks like Shane Chastain's running like an old Jeff Burton paint scheme, I think. Back when he ran the 99 machine, that's like just barely before my time, before I started getting into NASCAR. So I was just a wee little baby back in those days. Meanwhile, not much changed up here in the front. Rachel Hunt still leading the way. Blake Mosley second place. Randy Bashir's in third. Kind of looking through, closest battle on the track right now with Charles Giffen making a look on the inside of Zach Holloway. We keep calling Zach's name as he keeps losing spots, but he's already up 4 spots so far in this race, so it's not like he's tanking. He's just got a lot of fast trucks around him. So the number 77 Kane Lee, I think that's a name I haven't seen all often. Might be making his first start here tonight. He's a newcomer, first race with us.
Yes.
He's already got his Darlington stripe. As Zach Holloway goes ahead and gets himself another Darlington stripe. So. Oh boy. Remember I told you Zach made up 4 spots at the beginning of the race? So he's back 4 spots as sparks are starting to fly right now. Taking a look back up at the front again, make sure we don't want to miss anything going on right there. We got a little 4-car breakaway between Rachel Hunt, Blake Mosley, Randy Bashir, Chris Spencer, your top 4. Kind of checked out, back it up about 2.5 seconds to Kevin Orlando Jr., Nick Alls, who's blinking a little bit. Back it up a few more seconds to Daryl Johnson. Mark Miller running pretty solid up 2 spots right now, number 8th position. Shane Chastain in 9th. Jared Schomburg in 10th place. Like I said, Jared Schomburg made up 10 spots since the beginning of the race. So it looks like he didn't qualify, but he's definitely making moves as he dives in really hard. May or may not have made contact in turn 1. The truck looks pretty good for now, so no worries, no harm, no foul there. Battle for third getting a little bit more intense as Chris Spencer's getting there. Let's see, what is it, the Carl Edwards or Tony Stewart throwback right there in the Office Depot machine. I don't remember who ran the Office Depot paint scheme first. I believe it was Carl Edwards. I could be wrong. Randy Brashear's a little sideways off of 2, and Chris Spencer's going to take advantage of it. Oh, just maybe a little bit of contact going into turn 3, but those machines look pretty good. I don't see any damage on either side of them, so they're going to battle really hard off of turn 4. Advantage goes to the outside line and out of 4, but the advantage will go to the inside car in 1 and 2, maybe depending on how what kind of entrance you get. Moving back at the rest of the field, kind of looking at any sort of battles happening right now. Closest battle right now is for your 3rd position. Maybe keep the camera up here just for a minute. It's 15 laps are in the book so far. Very quick night so far, keeping it clean, keeping it green. Alright, now this is your closest battle on the track right now for the final podium position. He's on his bumper, making maybe just a little bit of contact. Gets the 43 a little sideways, maybe a little more than sideways. Taking a look at the rear view cam, that's he's got a mirror full of that 62 machine, that's for sure. Sends it hard into turn 1. Has to check up a little bit to go ahead and get the car back under control. Chris Spencer, he doesn't want to sit there running 4th. He wants to get moving. He wants a few more spots up, but you just got to get your corner set up right and got to get yourself the run timed and lose a little bit of momentum right there. Maybe actually just backing up the corner just to get himself a really good exit. Just, good battle so far between these two. And we'll keep you informed of the battles kind of on the track, but right now this battle for 3rd is really intense right now. As they kind of get settled down a little bit, kind of working our way through the field. Let's do a quick rundown through the field while we got the cars pointing in the right direction under green. Rachel Hunt is your leader. Blake Mosley in 2nd place. They've ran pretty much 1, 2, 3 the entire race so far. Randy Brashear's in 3rd. Coming up on a little damaged race car, number 08, Brad Smith moves to the inside, gets out of the way. Thank you. Chris Spencer. Oh, actually, hold on.
We got a wreck.
We got a wreck. We got cars upside down.
We got the
Oh, boy. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, that hurt. Maybe Brad didn't get out of the way. I don't know, but the caution came out, and something happened right there as we were actually on board right there trying to work our way through the field. But Chris Spencer's involved in that. Brad Smith is involved in that. Nick All's got some damage. Let's go ahead and take a look at our replay and try to see if we can catch what happened. And we're coming into this kind of late, so we'll go ahead and do super slow motion. 0862 make contact. Let's go ahead and maybe back that up just a little bit.
Yeah, the 08 was sticking down on the line, keep giving them room, and the 62 just seemed to cut that corner a little short and came down and ran right into him.
Maybe the 62 thought the 08 was going to go below the white line. 08 ended up probably staying on the track. Probably just a misunderstanding. Didn't realize where each one of them were going to go. But that actually gets the 08 upside down. And then somebody came along right here and nowhere to go. It's the 26 machine of Nick Alves who came in with a heavy shot. But that brings us out to our first caution as we have drivers on pit road. So let's get you to our pit road camera just to see how this battle goes. Rachel Hunt, Blake Mosley, Randy Brashear's your top 3 coming into pit road. We'll see how these machines go. I would expect no sort of strategy right here. I come in, get 4 tires, get back out. If you're a little bit damaged, you probably don't worry about it. If you got, you got to beat out a couple of fenders, don't worry about it. Just keep going. But if you got a lot of damage, maybe go ahead and get yourself fixed up. It looks like Rachel Hunt's going to win the battle. Pit road, Blake Mosley, Randy Brashear's. They come in 1, 2, 3. They come out 1, 2, 3. Kevin Orlando Jr. in that 4th position. And it looks like J.R. Schomburg will be 5th. Followed by the X-Side machine, Shane Chastain, Travis Gilbert. And the 62, Chris Spencer, Adam Thompson. Now, drivers, I think they have 1 quick repair tonight, right?
Yes, they do.
So, that's going to come in handy for a couple of those drivers that involved in that big accident right at the beginning, because that was quite the impact for a few of those drivers. But Fortunately, I don't think we didn't put that many cars a lap down. Looks like we're actually pretty decent as far as our field right now. So, um, as the pace car makes its way down the front straightaway, last few drivers getting themselves off of the service. So, checking in with our in-race reporter, Quarter, Josh Beaver. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing,
How'd that first one go for you?
It was all right. Like I said, I was just kind of hanging in the back. Got somebody that went to let him go on the inside of me, and they hit my left fender. But so far, not too bad. I mean, I can't complain. Besides that, one caution.
Yeah, a little bit of left front damage on the just on the hood and right behind the left front wheel, but nothing can't work out. A little bit of a pretty big Darlington stripe on the right side of that machine, but nothing you won't be able to get fixed up here later in the race and get yourself working your way back up to the field. So
Absolutely. Through time, I'll get it fixed. I don't think I have too much. Couple seconds, but we'll get it and get up there.
sounds good. Well, best of luck to you as we go ahead and get ourselves under caution. I believe we're going to be coming to 1 to green this time by.
Yes, sir.
Drivers getting their choice of lane here. Or sorry, the leader gets a choice of lane right here. I think it's like Rachel Hunt's going to choose the inside lane as she's going to go ahead and get ourselves lined up. And lights are indeed out on the pace truck, so we're going to be going ahead and getting everybody lined up right here. 2 wide. A couple drivers making their dive down to pit road. That caution kind of took us away from some potential green flag pit stops right there. So, with 23 laps in, 85 laps total.
Yeah, they were getting close to green flag stop.
They can make it to the end on one more stop.
One more stop
from here if it runs green. Will it run green? I don't know. Maybe that first that first start seemed like it was pretty good, but at the same time it's like we saw a lot of chaos on that restart, so I'm not sure I would call that a careful start. That was definitely an aggressive one, but that's part of what we do. So keep the trucks pointing the right direction as the pace car makes its way off of turn 4 back into the hands of Rachel Hunt. Go ahead for makes her second start. Rachel's got 1 win in this series. Blake Mosley on her outside has 3 wins so far. We'll see how this goes as she takes off, and we are green.
Yeah, good jump.
Green. Good start.
Rachel. She was on it.
Yeah,
Rachel goes ahead and just sends it hard into turn 1, tries to make herself get a little bit of room. Got some fresh tires. You got to take a lap or two, let these tires get up to temperature, because if not, you might run yourself into the fence. Not that I know anything about that, but
yeah, these trucks are a little on the squirrely side on cold tires, so gotta take it easy for about 2 laps.
Yeah.
Tight battle for third.
Yeah, good field. Looks like the fields get spread out a little bit. Really cool camera angles brought to you by the Finian's camera pack. We just made a couple edits to it, but it's pretty much their work. As somebody gets really loose off of... Randy Brashears gets loose. That's going to take us 3 wide into this corner. That's not going to work. That turns Chris Spencer up in front of the 96 at Schomburg. That brings out the caution. Amazing. That was not a bigger crash. That was that had the recipe for a disaster right there as Barney waves the caution flag for our second caution of the night. Tom Friedis, I heard your voice hop into the booth. How's your night going?
Oh, it's going good now that I'm finally back in the server. So we're up and running again.
Did you get that system update at the last minute?
No, I went to after qualifying. iRacing just closed. I'm like, okay, so it's just had to reboot the system. We're back ready to go. All
right, looking at the replay right here, it looks like kind of this whole incident kind of started off at turn 4 because the Randy Brashears machine got really sideways, ended up pointing the car towards the pit road, gets his car straightened up at the 62, and I think that's the 72. They were 3 wide trying to go into turn 1. Now, single file is the preferred way to do that. 2 wide if you must. I'm not sure. I don't think we're good enough to do 3 wide. I know the real life Cup drivers would struggle to do that 3 wide, and that got him turned 62 as he gets turned right in front of the 43. 62 make contact, but I don't know how that did not become a bigger crash, as Jarosz Schomburg got a really unfortunate case of netcode. He was clear by about 3.5 feet, and the netcode god said, "No thanks, you get to be part of the wreck too." So, as looks like 6204. Looks like Josh Beaver's going to bring it down pit road, maybe top it off, get a little bit. Actually, got a lot of damage repair. Truck's looking a lot better than it did before.
That's
But
what I was hoping.
yeah, come and get a little bit of damage repair, get that truck looking a lot better. But man, that was a wild start to that restart. You know, that was maybe a nice little screenshot going 3 wide into turn 1, but don't ask us what happened after that. That's for sure.
Yeah, it was one of those things where, you know, you got to sit back and think, was it a little too early in the race, you know, to do that? Should a driver just lifted? But as we all know, you know, when we're up here in the booth, it's easy for us to go, hey, you know, he could have lifted, you know, could have avoided that. But as we all know, you know, we're all drivers ourselves, and we got to ask ourselves, would we have lifted in that situation?
Depend.
The room to lift in that situation.
Tell me whether or not I was going to be. Yeah, tell me whether or not I was going to be part of the wreck or not. I'll tell you if I'm going to lift.
right. You know, yeah. Exactly.
I mean, that's the thing is, you know, there's a 2-for-1 special, as Chris Balhamus, and that's one of his favorite quotes. But you know, it's like, hey, you know, tell me what I can do with this, and we'll see what happens. But
well, if it makes you guys feel any better, we're gonna go single file this time.
what?
No, we're not.
Oh, we're not?
No.
Oh, okay. I just
Nope.
figured we didn't get
Double file.
Happen. Okay.
No. Yeah, they're doubling up.
All good as we look high above the Darlington Speedway as we are coming to 1 to green right now. What do you think about the real life Darlington event on Sunday?
I thought it was pretty good racing. You know, last lap, not going to get into that one, but
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
all in all, it was a pretty good race.
All right. Well, yeah. Anybody else have any thoughts about Joey Logano's little? Well, actually, it kind of depends if you're a Joey Logano or William Byron fan, or if you.
It was a pansy move, in my opinion.
Whoa!
I'm not a fan, but I'm not against him, and the move, I can see it coming. I don't think he needed to hit him that hard.
No.
Because, quite honestly, I think Williams' tires were basically gone, and he was going to lose the spot regardless.
Yeah, it's difficult because it's like, you know, Logano felt like he got shoved up into the fence, but I mean, Logano's car was still in one piece at the end of that, but yeah, but at the same time you got to go for one, but also, you know, when you think about it, what goes around comes around. You know, if Willie B's in that same position, you know, what's he gonna do? I think that's
I heard an interview with Logano saying that now, you know, that he thinks in his mind they're even, but I'm not sure that William Byron sees it that way.
Yeah, we got.
He's not gonna let off.
There's definitely two sides to that story. As the green flag is out and we are underway. Something happened.
Wide in the back. Somebody blew up.
Somebody missed a shift or something.
They spun the tires pretty bad.
Yeah, somebody spun pretty bad. Almost got into the wall.
That could have been real big.
Yeah,
well,
they dove low. They did the right thing.
That's even on this track, starting in second gear, you can spin
8-car Dale Johnson gets turned into the fence. That wasn't nice.
Cars go low to avoid.
What part of this whole, like, take it easy on the start here do we miss?
I don't know. I mean,
we got 2 wide for second place here.
Battle for
second,
Kevin Orlando Jr., Blake Mosley. They're going.
That's exactly what Rachel wants to see. It gives her the opportunity to just drive away from him.
Give the advantage to Kevin Orlando Jr. making the pass on the outside. He's up 6 spots tonight so far. As Randy.
Oh, and he's got to run. Going to the inside.
He's going to send it. Oh, he's going to send it on the leader.
No, I don't think he's going to be able to hold her off on the backstretch.
We'll see. Well,
that high side gets a lot of momentum.
They are really close together as they make the dive into turn 1. Kevin's going to send it in really hard. He's going to clear Rachel Hunt, take the lead. That was a power move right there. That was a really big power move. As now Blake Moses is going to try to take advantage of it while he can. He's going to go to the inside of Rachel Hunt. Maybe he's going to send it in really hard. He is. He's going to go ahead and dive really hard. He's going to maybe try to throw a little slider come up. Maybe. Rachel Hunt has to back it up the corner. Second position to Blake Mosley. Rachel Hunt unfortunately loses 2 spots right there on that last lap or two. But new leader up in the field, Kevin Orlando Jr. takes the lead. Has Kevin won a race this year?
He has not. He's come
I don't
close.
think so.
He's
he's been
in
up
the
there,
top
but
3.
Blake Mosley's won 3 races.
Blake's
He's
the
going
one on the inside.
Yeah, Blake's won 3. He's going for 4. Yeah, we're 50 laps away from the end of the finish. Too early to talk about wins. As we got battle for 3rd place right now. Rachel Hunt under the clutches of Randy Brashear's taking a look to the inside off of going to turn 1. They almost made contact. Randy's got to back out of it a little bit to avoid turning him. But there's going to be with that little checkup now. They lost some momentum. Maybe Adam Thompson right here in the Square D Bobby Hamilton machine maybe going to try to take advantage of that as he maybe looks to the inside. No, he's going to go ahead and back it up, get himself set up. But new leader on the track, Kevin Orlando Jr. with a great move right there on the number 16 machine and getting himself up into that clean air, but don't look in the mirror for too much because you got
He's
yourself.
not getting away.
Yeah, you got Blake
is
right there,
crawling all over his bumper.
Yeah, Blake's right there, and he wants himself a little bit of that lead. So riding on board with Blake Mosley right here in your 2nd position. Let's maybe ride on board for a lap or two, kind of see what he's going to do. He's going to get a little advantage off of 4. Move to the inside going into turn 1. Let's see how this goes. He's going to dive it in there really tight, but he's got to back it up just a little bit. Make sure he doesn't make contact. You want to pass him. You don't want to wreck him, but Kevin gets loose out of 2. Clips that apron just a little bit off. Blake Mosley's going to dive in probably just a little bit harder this time. As Kevin hits the fence, new leader. Yeah, Kevin Orlando gets himself a little Darlington stripe at under the.
And if you notice, as these 2 drivers are battling, look who's, right down their tailgate.
Closing the door. Yep.
Rachel Hunt held off the advance from Randy Brashears. Now Rachel get herself back up in the 3rd position, trying to take advantage of that. Phil gets a little single file right here up in the front, but they are not comfortable riding where they are. We still got a pit stop ahead. We still got a couple more sets of tires. So how many? We said we started with, I think, what, 4 sets of tires total or 3 total?
4 total.
4 sets of tires total, and they've already put on 2, and they started with a 1. So that means they've only got. Hold up. Do they have 1 set of tires left?
They've. Yes.
Wow.
I have 2.
If
I think
drivers.
most drivers should have 2 sets probably.
Most
Yeah, I
drivers
have
should have
2.
2, but some drivers only have 1 set left. Yes.
Okay. What does that say? Because if they only have 1 set of tires, they got to go 50 laps. That seems ambitious.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to make sure the cautions fall exactly how you need them to. As we got a mess of a little 2x2 battle coming out of 4 with a couple machines. Shane Chastain, Rob Rader, Daryl Johnson, Travis Gilbert, throw them under a blanket right there. Who's running that Rusty Walls paint scheme back there? Oh, somebody hit the fence. Uh-oh.
Oh, the 8.
Tyler Clements got turned around. And that is going to, that or something around it is going to go ahead and bring out our caution. We were almost right on that, so we're just going to hit the replay button and kind of see what happened here. Yeah, they were, looks like 87 went to the inside, 38 was committed to the outside lane. That's probably not going to be a good camera angle. Let's flip to this one. 38 hits the fence. That probably
like
checks him up. Yeah, 38 hit the fence, then he came off the fence into the path of the number 87 machine. And that got him turned around. Our Rusty Wallace machine, the 341, Travis Gilbert did a great job avoiding that. And that could have been a lot bigger, but that was the reason for your caution. So, interesting decision here if we have 2 sets of tires left and we're at the halfway point.
Yeah.
If you pit here, you're kind of gambling on the fact that this race is going to run green for a long time. And I see 1 driver who stayed out. Travis Gilbert is going to stay out here. But everybody else here is going to dive in. But they only ran, they've only run 14 laps, of which maybe 4 or 5 of them were under caution. You know,
Yeah,
so
I would have personally. I would have stayed out. I would not come in yet.
this
And
seems,
burned one of those sets for sure.
yeah, this seems tricky because if it runs green, this is the right decision.
Yes,
As
but
looks like Blake Mosley's going to beat Rachel Hunt off of pit road. Um, but if we see more cautions, especially if we get a caution at lap 60, and then we get a caution with 5 laps to go, you're out of tires.
Yep, exactly.
So,
But
but
the
if,
only thing is, it's going to be majority of the field will be out of tires, not just a handful of drivers.
right, so it's like Travis
So-
Gilbert's going to have an extra set of tires. I believe Josh Beaver has an extra set of tires to work with.
Yep, that's fair.
But yeah, that could be an advantage. Ooh, somebody got a little sideways coming out of their pit box right there. But you know that's going to be, it just really comes down to what the cautions will look like as we go to the end of this race. Are we going to see a lot of cautions? My screen is telling me Rob Rader just crashed.
Somebody spun catching up to the field, Rob Rader.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's got a pretty damaged car. He's got taken out right at the very beginning, and then been struggling with that car. It seems like back here.
Oh, looks like he may have just downshifted or something. Because his car just looped around coming out of turn 4. Well, sorry, Rob. We caught that on camera, so.
Yeah. So we have 2 drivers. Sorry, 1 driver out front that has on old tires. So.
Yeah, Travis Gilbert stayed out. He's going to
taking
be
the
on.
inside.
He's going to be about 8 laps. Why does it tell me Chris Spencer just crashed? Do we have?
I don't know. Did Chris just crash?
I don't know. Or did he stop?
Yep, he
So-
downshifted.
So that Robert did downshift.
Okay.
That's what happened.
Looks like Chris was probably just waiting for someone to get up to him so he could get in order. But my screen told me that we had a crash on the from his machine. I'm like, wait a minute, we're under caution. Why are we having more crashing going on? Pit road, I understand, but like after that.
Right.
So, but the lights are out on the pace truck, and we're going to see if the gamble by Travis Gilbert works out. But I mean, Travis was right in the middle of that crash, and he was running kind of mid-pack. So, I mean, even if he doesn't hold on to the lead here, and he gets, he nets 10 spots, this works.
Correct. Exactly.
So maybe the goal isn't to hold on to the lead, especially with how fast those machines are up in the front. But if he can keep himself up, maybe somewhere between 6th and 10th place, and then get a caution in about 15 or 20 laps, maybe that is going to work out well. But the field entering turn 3 with the lights out on the pace car, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves another restart here. We will see what happens to Travis Gilbert. If you like playing the long shots, go back in time and who was it? Rich Strike won the Kentucky Derby last year.
I believe so.
But we'll see how this goes as Gilbert gets himself a good start. Drivers did a much better job of keeping the cars clean this time.
Yeah, I was a little busy. I didn't get to see the Kentucky Derby, but I watched a replay of it. That horse came from dead last to pass the field and win. It was just amazing.
All right, now Travis Gilbert's got the advantage, but Blake Moses is going to send it in there hard. Going to try to rip the inside line, get himself an advantage. He's going to have a bit of a, just by a nose coming off a 4. Probably be able to clear, but maybe not, as Gilbert going to give up the spot. Not willingly, but he does. So a new leader, Blake Mosley. So now the challenge for Randy Brashear's Rachel Hunt. You can't let Blake get up there and go ahead and run off with this thing. You got to get around that machine as quickly as you possibly can. You don't want to wreck him, but you want to get him. You want to get him out of your way as quick as you can.
Exactly, because we know it seems in the long run Blake's got a really fast truck. So they definitely got to get by him ASAP if they want any shot of being able to run him down.
Yeah, if they want to be able to try to get something put together here really quickly, but right now we're a couple laps into this run, and Gilbert's in second.
Yep.
I mean, this might end up being a net win for him. I think it's going to be a net win for him, but we'll see how it goes as Randy Brashear's kind of getting riding on board. You can kind of see the Gilbert just not be able to rotate as much as possible on those older tires, but
Randy got him. He lets Randy go.
he's going to let Randy go, but the problem is by letting Randy go, that puts Rachel Hunt right up onto his bumper, so...
Yep.
Meanwhile, Blake Mosley up there just kind of doing his own thing, just at the fastest lap of the race, at 29.63. He was 0.3 faster than the entire rest of the field that last lap. I don't think he's saving tires.
No, he is on it.
I think I missed it, but Randy Bashir's Rachel Hunt both got around Travis Gilbert in that position. That drops Travis back to P4, but again, that's, I mean, if he gets a caution in about 10 or 15 laps, this is a big win for him, gets him a lot of track position, and maybe something that the rest of the drivers need to pay attention to as if we get another late caution here.
Yep.
You know, what's to stop you from doing, you know, staying out or taking 2 tires?
Exactly.
But I mean, you know, even though you see him starting to drop a little bit, and, you know, losing a position to Adam Thompson, or not really. Oh, hold on yet. He hasn't lost it yet. He's going to send it hard into turn 1. Adam's going to get right up on him. Almost made contact.
Adam had a lift to avoid wrecking him there, which was
Yeah,
smart.
that's
It was a smart
ooh.
job on Adam's part.
A couple of cars getting a little sideways right there.
The 5 might have got into the wall there coming off too. It looked close.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit, but right now this is by far
just
your
guess.
best battle on the track right now. So we'll keep the cameras here. As Gilbert is driving for his life right now, trying to make sure he only loses a couple spots.
At the 5 now, looking inside Adam.
He,
Adam's in the wall, saves it.
Yeah, Isham took a look to the inside. I thought he gave him plenty of room, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Apparently, as Adam gets himself a right side full of contact. It looks like somebody in the back, somebody a couple cars back, maybe Schomburg, hitting the fence a couple times in that last couple laps. You know, just trying to keep the paint fresh. You know, you don't want to make the truck look too good right now. So,
Yeah.
but you know, Stephen Isham. Sorry, go ahead.
Didn't Robert spin out, come into that caution?
Robert was involved in one of that like lap 1 incidents as Adam comes really close, almost hits the wall. Maybe it just kissed it a little bit, but this is throw a blanket under this group as well, because this is a really tight battle right now. Really quickly, just checking up in the front right now. Blake Mosley kind of in his own zip code, just chilling. Randy Bashir's Rachel Hunt in a close battle for second place. Right, or sorry, check that for yeah, for a battle for second place. Randy Bashir's in second, Rachel Hunt in third, Travis Gilbert a couple seconds back and forth. With Stephen Easton maybe is going to look to the inside for that 5th place, but you know, 10 lap old tires. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. You know, Tom, you were saying it as well. You know, maybe stay out there, but again, if this runs green, yeah, that strategy to stay out doesn't work. But if we get another caution here and then get a late caution, you know,
it will pay off then, yeah.
it's hard to move through the field, but you know, not sure it wouldn't be too bad of an issue. What happened to Kevin Orlando? He was leading there for a little bit. He's back to 9th right now.
What I am wondering, he's working his way back through the field. Did he have a bad pit stop?
Looking at
I'm saying something must have happened on pit road.
I don't know, his pit stop time.
Maybe he stayed in to get a little repair done. He's got some pretty good stripes on the right side of his truck.
Well, his pit stop time was 53 seconds, which is right around what everybody else was doing. So he didn't spend any extra time on pit road. He might have just got himself a couple of bad breaks. As you can see, his car's really working to work the tires in right now. The battle for second right now still kind of, you know, it's intense, but it's not changing right now. As Rachel Hunt actually, hold on, makes a little contact with Bashir, said, excuse me, you need to go faster if you're going to hold on to that second place. Got a little action right here, kind of in the mid-pack. Eli Raposa, Mark Miller, Derek Wynn kind of battling right there. Mark Miller's going to run really high up into the fence. Yeah, I don't know. Are the drivers hitting the wall as often as they are, or are we just getting lucky with cameras and hitting at the right time?
I'm gonna say they're hitting the wall.
Yeah, I think they're hitting the wall quite a lot. So, checking in with our in-race reporter, Josh Beaver. Oh, maybe we should not
I'm
check
hitting
in
the
with
wall.
our. All right, let's not check in with our in-race reporter Josh Beaver because as soon as we put the camera on him, he hit the fence. So, well,
That was not my fault.
it happens. No worries. Announcer's jinx maybe. So, but we've actually.
No, this is kryptonite here for me.
Yeah, these are difficult machines to drive, and they're very different than the next-gen machines that we ran on Friday night or even the Xfinities on Sunday. But Adam Thompson looking to the inside of Travis Gilbert. Travis Gilbert right now only in 6th. Maybe he's going to give up the spot to Adam. So, Gilbert, we were talking maybe if he ends up lower end of the top 10, probably going to be okay. As Adam hits the fence.
While you're watching all of that, Rachel got around Randy Brashears for
What?
2nd place, and she's pulling away from him, trying to catch Blake.
Let's check a replay of that. What happened on there is bound to back straightaway. She gets a little bit of a run into turn 3, dives it in really hard. Wow, she sent it in there as hard as she possibly could. Pulls a little slider, comes up right in front of Brashears for the 2nd place. But Stephen Easham has now gotten around Randy Brashears as well. So, maybe something happened to that 43 machine. Not sure. He qualified 6th, so he's got speed. But somebody's got to go ahead and capture that. Somebody's got to go run up there and catch that 58 because he's got a 3.5-second lead on the field right now, and he's got himself 3 wins. So, I mean, nothing wrong with getting a 4th, but I'd say you might want to share, but that seems ironic coming from me. So, checking in on kind of the other battles here, kind of run to the mid-pack. Actually, what we could do? We could do a run through the field real quick while we got a green flag run. And we are 45 laps away from the end, from where they stopped. So there is still one more pit stop that has to happen. But Blake Mosley right now, your leader, just kind of on a nice, relaxing Sunday drive, except it's Monday. Rachel Hunt got herself a little bit of advantage over Stephen Easham, 2.5. Back to the 3rd place machine, the number 5 Stephen Easham in 3rd. Randy Brashears in 4th, having himself a nice run.
Blake Mosley just made serious contact with the wall, but he kept it straight.
Uh-oh,
Still out front.
That's going to be a problem because if you damage these trucks, that's going to be an issue.
Big time.
How hard do you hit the wall?
You'll find out in a couple seconds.
Hard enough, I think he may have just flattened the side of the truck a little bit, but
yeah, checking the replay right here, looks like the car just pushed into the fence. Good contact.
A really hard push.
Yeah, that's more than a Darlington stripe right there. So we're gonna watch the lap times and see how this works out. Blake Mosley at last lap was 0.4 of a second slower than Rachel Hunt. So we'll see. Looking at the last lap times on the track, Blake Mosley with a 31.45, Rachel Hunt a 10.5 faster, 31.31. Stephen Easham 31.23. So, we'll see. I mean, there's 23 laps to go. Could Rachel run him down now?
Taking a look at the right side of Blake's truck, he striped that from bumper to bumper.
Well, speaking of striping, it looks like somebody, maybe Daryl Johnson, made more contact with the wall there. That last lap, Blake Mosley 31.36 knocks off a 10.5. We'll see how Rachel Hunt knocks down 2/10. Maybe she got the message. She's going to try to go ahead and catch up to him right there. So, the lead was almost 4 seconds down to 2.5 seconds right now. So, I think Rachel Hunt probably either saw it or she got the message delivered to her. Hey, get on it, start getting up there, because this race went from Mosley being very comfortable in his position. Now he's going to go ahead and have to do a little bit of work. 21 laps remaining in the Front Row Esports Truck Series Championship at Darlington Speedway, the Lady in Black. So we'll see what happens right here. Kind of checking a little bit through the rest of the field. Wait, we keep trying to run it through the field and stuff keeps happening. So here, we'll do this like super quick. We'll see what happens because we started somewhere around. Let's do this. Rob Rader in 5th position. Nope, not closely. That's a lap car. Adam Thompson up 14 spots in the 6th position. Jarrah Schomburg in the 7th position, up 16 spots. Hits the fence again. Every time we put a camera on somebody, they hit the fence. Kevin Orlando Jr. in 8th place with a nice, comfortable run right there. Was leading up there for a little bit, leading some laps. Travis Gilbert running in ninth right now. If for his strategy to work out, he needs a caution like 10 laps ago. But if he had one right now, he wouldn't complain either. Eli Raposo with a nice run right there in the 10th position. Mark Miller in 11th. King Lee, a newcomer to the series, in 12th place, having a nice run. Shane Chastain started 13th, running 13th. Charles Giffen in 14th, had himself a couple of issues early in the race, but recovering for a good mid-pack run right now. Derek Wynn keeping the truck in one piece right now, having himself a nice, quiet evening. In the 15th position, our in-race reporter, Josh Beaver, we got to get the camera off of him so he doesn't hit the fence. In 16th position, Tyler Clements in 17th. Daryl Johnson in 18th, Nick Alves in 19th, Zach Holloway in 20th, and a couple lap down machines still running on the track. Ron Miller in 21st position, Brad Smith on the track having a rough night, 22nd position. Chris Spencer in 23rd, trying to get some laps in. Fabricio Lamana, and it looks like Tom Friedis registered but didn't race. So.
And Rachel has closed that gap down to just over 1 second.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Rachel is consistently 2 to 4/10 faster a lap right now than Blake.
Yeah, let's go ahead and compare these two right now as we look at the top three. Last 5 laps, Rachel's been faster all 5 laps. From half a second, 0.2 of a second, 0.3 of a second. This race, that 3.5 second lead's now down to a second. Rachel is smelling the blood right now, and she's going for it. Shark in the water, and that's going to be interesting. So we'll see. Rachel's going to catch him. It's the question is, what can she do when she gets there?
Exactly.
Because that's going to be, catching him's one thing, passing him is another. As we check one more lap of data here.
To go now.
Rachel Hunt makes it up another 10th and a half on Blake.
There.
Yeah, she's there.
Another 3 to 4 laps, she will be on this tailgate. So now, what do you do if you're Rachel? Do you just ride there till the last lap, maybe hope he makes a mistake, or do you try to get by him early and try to pull away?
Something just happened with Mark Miller. Looks like did he hit the barriers coming to pit road? Oh, he tried to pit, missed the pit road entrance, actually backed up a couple feet.
Yeah, this is a terrible pit road entrance. It's really, if you're under green flag, under power, and you really got to time it just right to get in there.
Yeah, it's a really difficult entrance to do, especially on old tires. Travis Gilbert makes his entrance in the pit road. It's at this point now you need it to run green, but we'll see what happens with that. So, if you're Blake Mosley, these guys got to stop for fuel, right?
Correct. Unless
they're
they're
all
saving
just a
fuel.
few laps short.
No, I don't.
Be about 3 to 4 laps short. When
That seems.
According to calculations.
So if you're Blake Mosley, you have a couple options here. 1, try to save enough fuel to make it to the end. Or 2, you've lost that 3-second lead. What's to stop Blake Mosley from just diving to pit road right now, getting his quick repair in, and getting back on the track as quickly as it can? But I think if you're Rachel, you're going to do the opposite. If you're Rachel, you're going to go ahead and just try to get around him. But if he dives to pit road, maybe it's just the strategy to save fuel. How confident were you in that 45 lap prediction for a fuel run?
About 99% confident.
45 laps, and they pitted on lap 40, and this is a 85 lap race?
85 lap race.
So that's pretty much right on the dot as far as the fuel consumption, with a couple laps of under caution. So maybe they're going to be able to make it. So in that case, if you're Blake Mosley, you don't have a card here.
I'm pretty sure, because the trucks get worse fuel mileage than the Xfinity cars. So
I don't think they're gonna make it.
I think they're going to be about 3 to 4 laps short.
Hold on, Tom. You're talking.
Calculations that I'm seeing, they're coming up about 1 lap short.
Oh, we can't talk over our in-race reporter. Go ahead.
So I actually went back in the pit twice and topped off while I was repairing damage, and I am a half a gallon to the bad still, and I've been just coasting through the corners. I'm gonna say they're 2 to 4 laps to the bad side of this.
If you're,
Sounds about right.
You're half a gallon short. That's probably a lap and a half.
Yep.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
That's gonna be, and you stopped twice to top off. So, I think their strategy here is saving, because Rachel Hunt, she's kind of slowed it down a little bit. Maybe she's got what she needs. She's got, she's caught up to him, but if I'm Rachel, just pass him right away, because if you get a caution, you lead down pit road, you can lead off pit road, you just get a good launch, you win the race. But last couple laps right here, Rachel's, she's closing, but she's got to get there. So her advantage. Whoa, somebody dived down low. Oh, that's Quarter trying to
That's
avoid.
18 getting out of the way.
Oh, thank you for doing that, because that don't want to cause an accident with a wrecked car. So, or you don't want to cause an accident with the leaders. So, we appreciate that.
I don't have to pit.
Yeah, because that's the thing is, now it's like fuel strategy is an issue. Rachel, she went from being 3 to 4 tenths of a lap faster. Now she's only down to about half a tenth a lap faster. So, that could be dirty air. That could be Rachel hit the fence and we didn't see it. As the 11 Derek Wynn machine moves out of the way, gives the leaders a little room to battle here.
Well, looking real close on Rachel's truck, she hasn't got a mark on it. It's still clean as the start.
So,
and I'm behind her, and she looks like she's letting off a hair bit early.
So, I don't know.
She's probably trying to save some fuel.
Yeah, but like, you want to save fuel, but you also, if you get a late caution, you want to be in the front, because at that point, Blake Mosley was a tenth faster that lap.
Yep.
So, Blake's only going to run... Oh, a little action there in the back right there, but Blake's only going to run as hard as Rachel is going to push. So, if I'm Rachel, I'm going to push him. Make him run out of gas. Like, if I'm Rachel, I'm going to save as much fuel as I can. I'm going to put my truck right on his bumper.
Yep.
So, now it's just, we'll see how this goes. With a lap 78 in the books. Rachel again knocks off a quarter of a tenth of a second right there. So, I mean, these two are pretty much matched in lap times at this point, but she's there. I mean, Blake gets into the fence hard.
Blake
That's
is in the wall again. I think that's opened the door.
That's a hard hit.
That's going to be
taking it.
Yeah, Rachel's going to go ahead and dive it down to the inside. We'll see if she's able to clear this time. That could be the fatal mistake right there for the 58 machine. As Rachel looks like she's going to go ahead and clear for the lead now.
Like Kane Lee, the truck behind her, has just come out of the pits. He's got fresh tires, but he is registered a lap down.
Yeah, he wants to get himself a lap back, but he doesn't want to affect the race too much. Kane Lee with the fresh tires. He'll probably go to the inside here. Rachel will probably go to the outside. I mean, you got to get your lap back, but just don't affect the race. So as Rachel goes really high, Kane Lee goes to the inside. He's going to go ahead and do that about as cleanly as he could. So nice job by him to get himself unlapped cleanly. 5 laps remaining now. So at this point now, Rachel wants this run to green to the end, maybe, if she's got the fuel to do it.
I'm really trying to figure out how they got the fuel, because I am just now 1 lap to the good, and like I said, I've been coasting.
I mean, lap times are definitely slowing down. That last lap, Rachel was a 31.2. I'm seeing a lot of 32s, 33s. J.R. Schomburg was a 34. They're probably just backing it off, trying to save as much fuel as they can. Rachel with a 31.89 to Blake's 32.26 on that last lap. So, I mean, at this point, if you're going to stay out with 4 laps to go, I mean, you're committed to the end, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, possibly, yeah.
I don't see a strategy where you come in and take a half a gallon of fuel. I mean, you got to save that on the track. And if I'm Rachel at this point, I mean, Rachel and Blake are in their own zip code right now. I mean, those two are 10 seconds ahead of Steven Isham in the 3rd place. Still having Steven Isham with 3rd place is a great night, but I mean, they're 10 seconds ahead.
I don't know if my app is correct, but the reading I got when Rachel crossed the start-finish line with 3 to go, the app said she's had 2.8 laps of fuel left. So
how do you know what her fuel consumption is?
Oh, I've got an app that's running.
Is it just like a guess of all the drivers, or is it the actual her machine specifically?
Her machine itself, because each car I go to is showing me different readings.
Steven, what's that app? I hear it in his voice.
Yeah, I'm very curious to know how you know the fuel consumption of everybody else on the track.
I'm looking at, well, let's take a look here. I'll go to Josh Beaver. Right now it's 2 to go, and it says he has 2.6 laps left of fuel.
Interesting. Well, looks like Schomburg and Thompson are going to be battling it here on this final lap. Looks like Daryl Johnson and Kane Lee are going to be battling here. As Rachel Hunt takes the white flag, we are going to go ahead and finish this race.
As soon as she crossed that line, the app said she had exactly 1 lap of fuel left, so she may make it. She probably won't have enough to do a burnout.
I want to know about this fuel calculator after this race, but Rachel Hunt started first, got herself back up a couple positions. Blake Mosley came up there, got the lead, checked out, made it.
Josh Beaver may be the one to give her a push across start-finish line if she runs out of fuel.
Unforced error, but she's going to have enough fuel to make it to the end. Checker flag in the air, and Rachel Hunt is your winner. Barney waving that checker flag. Let's check in. Really no other significant battles for position on the track right now. As Rachel Hunt brings it in first place, Blake Mosley second, Stephen Isham third, Randy Brashears fourth, Adam Thompson fifth. Yeah, I need to learn about this little fuel calculator you have. But we'll have that conversation later. So, in the meantime, we got a winner. So, Tom, you're still here, right? Tom, Discord, check. Kelly, you there?
Yes, I am here.
Can you get comments from Rachel, please? Kel.
Just to give you a heads up,
yeah.
I was able to make it 1 extra lap after the checkered, and I ran out. So I'm pretty sure they ran out at that start.
Well, Rachel's got enough fuel to do burnouts, so as her in this fight, why is Stephen Isham doing burnouts? Running into the race winner, we have to ask him about that in the interview here. So, but Kelly, you're gonna go ahead and get comments from Rachel. Kelly, you there?
Yeah.
Can you get comments from Rachel, please?
I'm working on that right now.
All right, perfect. Thank you. So, Rachel Hunt, your winner. Let's go ahead and get Blake Mosley in here. I don't think Blake's going to be too happy because that was just a couple unforced errors to give that win away, which I can relate to that, so I know how he's going to feel. So, and then Stephen Isham in third place. So let's go ahead and bring those two into the booth. So, Blake Mosley, got a copy?
I do.
I know exactly how you feel.
Hey, I ran out of fuel. Ran out coming to the line. I waited too long to realize that I wasn't going to make it, so I had to go half throttle.
I was more worried about you running into the fence.
Yeah, that happened too. Well, I went into savings, so my momentum and my rhythm kind of got all out of whack, and yeah, I missed my line like 3 corners in a row.
Yeah.
That didn't help any.
Yeah, and I made it. When I hit the fence while leading on Friday night, I just made a mental mistake and completely forgot, hey, restart, go easy. And I sent it in on the first corner. I'm like, oh, this will be fine, and it wasn't fine. So,
well, I didn't realize it was going to come down to fuel mileage because I noticed a couple of the cars in the back pit, and I'm like, okay, they're just going to take tires. And I'm like, it's kind of late for that. And then I looked at my fuel, and I'm like, oh, crap.
It happens. But overall, a pretty solid performance. I mean, you got 3 wins already in the series, really close to getting that 4th win. But take it and run with it. So definitely a podium finish is nothing to be too disappointed about. But like I said, I know when that checker flag is sitting right in front of you, it hurts sometimes more.
Yeah, and I've still got my top 10 streak alive. I haven't finished outside top 10 all season. So
I noticed that Blake Mosley has not finished outside the top 10 the entire season so far. 11 weeks in, that's an impressive stat in and of itself. So. All right, but Blake, thanks for joining us. We'll check in with Stephen Isham in third place. You got a copy?
Yep, I'm here.
Nice job tonight, working your way kind of up. You got up into the. Wait a minute. Talk us through lap 1.
I got spun. I got turned. I didn't get to see the replay, so I mean, I think I got turned. I don't think I came down into him.
Yeah, I remember you and I think Rob Rader. I could be wrong, but you and somebody else got involved on the first lap, and we were like, okay, everyone's gonna take it easy and be kind of patient. And then we're like, oh, there's cars turning and spinning out, and like, oh, there's a Darlington stripe, and oh, there's another car spinning out. You two are not the only ones participating in some shenanigans at the beginning of the race, but great recovery because you were only back to like 3rd to last to recover.
Yeah, I spun out. I was hoping a caution didn't come out, and I was 9 seconds off the back of the last place car. I ran him down, got all the way up to 12th on that green flag run, and I just worked out. I feel like I let one slip getting turned today, but it's alright.
It happens, but still a great recovery to go from third to last to third on the field. So
Yep.
maybe not. If we take lap 1 away and look at the end of the rest of the race, that was a pretty fantastic performance overall. So nice job tonight.
Yeah, wasn't bad.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
It sounded like Rob at the beginning of that race. Well, he made it sound like, I'm gonna actually go back and watch the replay, but it made it sound like they just kind of went into each other more or less than anything.
yeah, just kind of maybe going for the same spot or different spot or something happened, but
Yeah.
He definitely got a little too impatient early. That's what I felt in my mirror.
there was a lot of impatience very early in that race. That was for sure. So, but all good. Like I said, third place. Nothing to be too ashamed about. So overall, nice job tonight.
Thanks.
All right. So quarter bringing it home. Let's see. Where'd you finish?
I think 11th or 12th.
Yeah, you moved your way up to 11th. Gained 6 spots on the race. So, what'd you notice? Kind of the big thing from your point of view tonight?
As far as
Just in general.
overall it was a good race. I mean, we had our regular incidents. Everybody got their stripes, I'm pretty sure. I had a pretty damaged truck, but of my own doing. So I just kind of went into fuel saving mode and made quite a few spots up there towards the end when people started pitting.
Yeah, it's one of those, like, almost don't even think it's going to be a fuel mileage race until it is a fuel mileage race, and that's just, part of it. But sometimes you got to win them, one way, and sometimes you got to win them another way. And like I said, good moving up through the field, because I know it's us non-points drivers, we don't get to qualify, but it's all good. But all right, Cal, do you have comments from Rachel?
Naya, she's in the chat right now, but I don't know where we could probably have her type in the broadcast info.
She did a great job tonight.
Yes, she
Greg's
did.
Here.
Yep. So for those of you who are new, Rachel is not able to speak on voice comms, not for any bad reason. She wasn't banned from Discord or iRacing or anything, but so we're gonna go ahead and make sure we get her comments in before we go off the air. But overall, pretty solid performance by.
Okay, she's typing in the general chat. Under team chats, the general chat.
Okay.
So you could talk to her on here and get her replies in that general chat.
Yep, there you go. Rachel, great job. That's my girl. Do it.
All right, well, Rachel's going ahead and typing in the team chat right now, so we'll get her comments from her about her performance tonight. But Rachel Hunt gets her second win of the season. Actually, she said
she says thanks so much. It was hard to win 2 in a row.
That is right. Where were we last week? Richmond or something? I don't remember where we were last week. It's Dover.
We were in Dover.
That's right. And Rachel won that one. So, yeah, two races and a win, or 2 wins in a row. It's hard to get 1 win anywhere, but to get 2 in a row, that's pretty impressive. So, all right, Rachel. Now, no pressure. We gotta get you. We'll see if you could do a 3 in a row.
Probably.
I mean, that's the thing about race car drivers is like, we always
he says, LOL, right.
Yeah, she's laughing. So,
so I have a question for you, Rachel. Did you see Blake hit the wall when you had like 20 to go?
He hit the wall a couple of times that I noticed, and every time that
she says she sure did.
Oh, absolutely.
I knew when he hit that wall that you had the power to keep on going, and your truck was clean. That was an impressive run that you had. What were your thoughts on your fuel?
That's what she was waiting for.
Save. Yeah, I can bet. According to my chart, I was looking. You were right on the money. I'm surprised you had enough fuel to get back around and do a little burnout.
Well, Rachel Hunt brings it home to.
She said she had .08 left in the tank.
Wow, that's
amazing.
That's plenty, right? That's all you needed.
Oh yeah. Yep.
That's all you need.
So, all right. Well, we appreciate Rachel getting her comments in via text chat. So let's go ahead and run down our final orders. Rachel gets her final comments in. Rachel Hunt brings it home in first place. She's your winner tonight. Blake Mosley, second place. Stephen Isham in third place. Randy Brashears, fourth. Adam Thompson in fifth. Shane Chastain in sixth. Kevin Orlando Jr. had a really good run, fell off a little bit at the end in seventh place. Rob Rader in eighth place. Eli Raposa with a nice, quiet, nice performance in ninth place. Jared Schomburger rounds out your top 10. 11th place goes to quarter Josh Beaver, Travis Gilbert 12th, Jarek Wynn 13th, Kane Lee in his first start with us 14th, Daryl Johnson in 15th, Nick Isles 16th, Tyler Clemens 17th, and Ron Miller in 18th. 19th place goes to Mark Miller, 20th to Zach Holloway, 21st to Charles Given, 22nd to Chris Spencer, 23rd to Brad Smith, 24th to Fabricio Lamana, and Thomas Freitas. I don't think Fabricio or Tom turned a lap tonight. So.
And Rachel says, thank you guys for broadcasting, and to all my sponsors. Also, thank you Front Row Esports, and good night.
Night
Thanks
night.
for putting on a show, Rachel.
Yeah,
Awesome
absolutely.
job,
Nice,
Rachel.
That was a clinic.
nice job tonight. So we're going to go ahead and let you all go. But on behalf of our in-race reporter, quarter Josh Beaver, Kel Butler, Tom Freitas jumped in for a little bit. My name is Steve Johnson, and we will see you. Actually, where are we going next week? We're going to
Next
the
week,
Kansas.
we are in Kansas.
Kansas.
Yes,
Kansas
baby, I am
Speedway.
ready for that.
Vegas.
Kansas.
Or I thought it was Kansas.
If you show up to Vegas, you're going to be that Michael Waltrip commercial. Oh my God, I'm at the wrong track.
Oh my God, I'm at the wrong
I
track.
love that.
All right, Greg. Well, if you go to Vegas, have fun. We'll maybe catch that F1 race in a year
Don't
and a half.
worry, I'll
But
be out that way soon enough.
I need to go back to Vegas on Saturday and put about $100 on the Rich Strike to win.
Oh, dude,
With
are you
80 to
kidding
1
me?
odds. That would have been amazing.
Oh, everybody who took the long shot got paid.
and you know what the best part about that was? Is like when Rich Strike came up and won the race, like the entire crowd got silent because nobody bet on that horse.
Nobody bet
I
him.
don't think
Right.
anybody bet him, except maybe his trainer and his owner.
If even. So,
Yeah, it was very quiet. I noticed that too, Steve.
all right. Well,
I think everybody may have been just a little dumbfounded by that run.
Yeah, but hey, that's why you run the races. So, we will see y'all Front Row Esports at the Kansas Speedway. Greg, you have fun in Vegas, and catch us on Next Gen Broadcasting. But we're gonna let y'all go and have a great night. We'll see y'all in a few days.